Hey y'all, so today I wanted to go ahead and start doing some reviews of other products and other applications that can help you in the handmade community. So, as I started going down the journey of having a website, of creating one, I made a whole lot of early mistakes, right? And some of those mistakes were looking at and buying every piece of something, some sort of software that could help automate to give me kind of an easy button, right? I was looking at this initially as sort of like a, hey, how can I have some passive income, help out some folks while I do it, and really just kind of have it all automated in the background so I can carry on with my life. Well, that's not how business works. And all of you who are small business owners are probably chuckling at me right now. So I got into a lot of different things. And because of other things in my life, I've gotten to learn an awful lot about artificial intelligence. And so I started exploring apps of how can I help automate some of my business using artificial intelligence? Because by doing that, I can hopefully keep a lot of my costs low, automate some things so I don't have to hire super large teams, although I do have staff that absolutely work on Main Street Collective with me. Um, and so, but how can we like really expand Main Street Collective and the reach that we have through automation and through artificial intelligence? So I'm going to talk about a lot of different apps. I'm going to give you guys some insider tips and tricks of what works and what doesn't. But one of the apps I really wanted to start off with is called Clawify, Clawify. So if you have a Shopify store, Clawify is something that is in the Shopify app store. You can go search for it and install it. Clawify is built on something called OpenClaw. So if you're an AI guru, you're going to know far more about this than I do. However, I know quite a bit to be dangerous. So OpenClaw is basically, instead of having to pay for someone else to have a service managed server farm and things like that, where all of your things are at, and you might have an AI tool that does this, you might have an application that does this, you might have SEO software that looks at your site for XYZ things. But then over here is your Google Search Console, and over here is your Google Business Profile, and here are all these different things, and they're all sort of disconnected. And then, you might get some software, you might get an AI tool that can interconnect some of those things, but not all of them. OpenClaw is a really awesome, revolutionary thing within the AI world where you don't have to be restricted like that. You can actually create your own software or your own server, rather. You can buy your own server that you keep at home, usually like a Mac, and you can have everything run through that. It's really cool. And then you can connect to everything and anything that you have existing. So it's a really cool idea. It's also super dangerous if you don't know what you're doing because you can accidentally expose all of your banking information and all sorts of other stuff, right? So I was smart in that I did not dive into that because I knew my own technical skill sets, right? So instead, I started looking at a variety of different things that I could use, and Clawify is one that I love. And let me tell you, it is built inside of Shopify by an actual, real, legit app development company who manages all the security and everything else for you so you don't have to worry about those things. And they are constantly coming out with new updates. And so right now, I think there's over 1,000 different integrations that you can do. So it's basically like a managed or a hosted OpenClaw environment, super low cost, and I can connect everything that helps me get visibility on my business, helps me look at product descriptions and get some ideas of where those can be improved. It helps me stay connected with my makers and all of my vendors because we have a lot on Main Street Collective right now, which is super awesome. But I like to make sure that we are fully connected with them. And so it'll send me some alerts of like, hey, these things are moving, these things aren't, this vendor might need some additional help. So here's some things that we can maybe look at together. It has been absolutely awesome. It's super easy to use, almost no time to set up. However, and this is something that you're going to hear a lot from me as I continue to talk about AI within this handmade space, because it's a hot topic and it's a controversial topic, right? Some people love AI, and you can tell because it's like all they have, right? Main Street Collective, we absolutely use some AI to do a variety of different things, right? We never use AI to change what a artist is making. We don't use it to change or deceive about what their product's capable of. We don't do fake reviews. We do none of that stuff, right? But we do use it in a variety of different ways, like to help us figure out, hey, what's the best marketing strategy for this product, right? How can I maybe think through this? How can I use AI to get some insights into the business? And where do I have some gaps? Where You know what, this particular vendor, everything's showing up as a zero inventory. Why is that? Oh, they had marked the wrong button. So I'm going to go in and fix that for them and give them like a little email to let them know this would happen and here's how to prevent it in the future, right? So there's a lot of ways that you can use AI. You can use it to help make marketing materials. And if that kind of puts you off, just know that, AI, if you're using Canva, if you're using Photoshop or anything else, you're already using AI. It's already baked into it. You just don't realize it. So use it and use it wisely. But if you have a Shopify store and you are looking for an app to help you automate some things within your business, I highly recommend Clawify, with also the additional caveat that all AI needs to be trained, right? So no product that you get out of the box is going to know everything about your store. They simply aren't. And you have to train the AI. You have to teach it what your brand voice is. You have to teach it how you communicate with customers. You have to teach it, this is the tone of voice that we use, and these are the hot topics. These are our keywords that we're trying to optimize for. We're trying to do all these things, right? You've got to train it on it, and it's not going to get it right the first few times. So a lot of people will give it really thin directions and be surprised when it gives you really thin feedback. You have to work with these things. It's kind of like onboarding a new employee. You've got to teach them. You've got to train them. You've got to get them equipped. So try out Clawify. I'm going to continue talking about AI within the handmade space and within the small business space and just how you can use it to help you out. So stay tuned for more of that. I think the next one I'm going to talk about is going to be ChatGPT, which is everyone's favorite, and how you can wisely use it and what to absolutely stop using it for. Talk soon. If you like this tip and you want more, please follow me right here on Main Street Collective.